Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to start with a new grammar topic. The name of the topic is the simple sentence, the compound sentence and complex sentence. The purpose behind learning these sentences is to bring charm or variety to your writing and speaking. If we just go on using simple sentences, they would seem boring and childish. It is just like having a variety of food items on our platter with different colors, variety, and taste, which not only make it attractive but the food heighten our desire to eat, and it is the same with any language. As it is said, variety is the spice of life. So, let's start and bring variety in our writing and in our speaking. We shall first revise sentences which we learnt in our previous video before we proceed. So, what is a sentence? A group of words which make complete sense is a sentence. A sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. For example, he is a strong boy. Here, he is the subject and is a strong boy is a predicate. Hence, what do we observe in the above sentence? We observe that a sentence is divided into two parts, subject and predicate. Subject is the doer of the action. Predicate is the part of a sentence or clause containing a verb and stating something about the subject. Thus, the above example is also that of a simple sentence as it contains a subject and a verb. Let us understand what is a clause. What is a clause? A group of sentences that has a subject and a predicate and is a part of a longer sentence is a clause. Let us see some example. Why he refused the job is a mystery. This is the house that Jack built. Wait until I come. He is unwell, so he cannot attend school. Look at the first three sentences and look at the group of words which are highlighted. The first one, why he refused the job, is a clause. That Jack built is a clause. Until I come is a clause. Whereas the compound sentence, that is a conjunction so, is joining two independent clauses. He is unwell is one independent clause. He cannot attend school is another independent clause which is joined together by the conjunction so. Clauses have two major types. The first one is independent clause or main clause. The second one, dependent clause or subordinate clause. Let us now understand more about main clause or independent clause. Main clause or independent clause is that clause which expresses a complete meaning. It can stand alone as a sentence. For example, I waited for him, but he did not come. I waited for him, he did not come. These two are complete sentences and they make complete sense. So, in simple words, two simple sentences are joined together with the conjunction but, and each of the above two sentences have a subject and a predicate and are independent of each other as they can stand on their own and can still make complete sense. So, did you understand? As the above sentences are independent of each other, as they can stand on their own and can still make complete sense, and hence they are main or independent clause. Let us now see subordinate or dependent clause. Subordinate or dependent clause is that clause which alone cannot express a complete meaning. It cannot stand as a sentence as it depends on the other clause, that is, independent or main clause, to give a complete meaning, and hence it serves a subordinate role in a sentence. Look at the following example. The professor asked many questions, but no one could answer. Let us split this sentence. The professor asked many questions, no one could answer. What do we observe? The professor asked many questions make complete sense and can stand on its own, and hence is a main or independent clause. Whereas no one could answer is a subordinate or dependent clause, as it doesn't make any sense on its own, as we need more information as to whose questions or what questions couldn't be answered. But the moment we add the main clause, it makes complete sense. The three main types of dependent clauses are noun clause, adjective clause, and adverbial clause. Let us summarize whatever we have learnt so far. A group of words which makes complete sense is a sentence. It is also called as a simple sentence as it has a subject and a verb. A group of sentences that has a subject and a predicate and is a part of a longer sentence is a clause. It is joined together by a conjunction. For example, he had to give up riding because he injured his back. Clauses have two major types. First one, independent clause or main clause, which stands on its own and makes complete sense. So here he had to give up riding is the main or independent clause as it can stand on its own. Dependent clause or subordinate clause needs help of the main or independent clause to make sense, as on its own it doesn't make any sense. Example, because he injured his back. So if we just say he injured his back, we are not clear what I want to say or what anyone wants to say by this statement. He injured his back. But when we join this statement to the independent or main clause, the sentence is clear. We are able to understand it. So he had to give up riding. Why? Because he injured his back. I hope you are clear about what is a sentence, a simple sentence, a clause, independent clause or main clause, and dependent clause or subordinate clause. Let us learn about compound sentences now. What is a conjunction? Conjunctions are used to join clauses, phrases, and words together for constructing sentences. Conjunctions make a link between or among words or groups of words to other parts of the sentence and show a relationship between or among them. When commas, semicolons, and conjunctions are used to combine independent clauses, they do more than that. They make your writing much more meaningful and have a good flow. Let us see some examples. Trust in God and do the right. Ram loves football, but Rani loves cricket. When you reach home, call me. There are three types of conjunctions: coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions. Let us study each one of them individually. Let us understand the first conjunction, that is the coordinating conjunctions. The job of a coordinating conjunction is to join two words, phrases, or independent clauses. The coordinators used to connect independent clauses include for, so, yet, but, and, or, and, nor. The commonly used coordinating conjunctions are and, but, and, or. The simple way to remember the 7 coordinating conjunctions is using mnemonic acronym FANBOYS. If you remember FANBOYS, you will remember all the 7 coordinating conjunctions. Let us see each one of them. F stands for. Let us see the example. She couldn't finish her food for she wasn't hungry. A stands for and. We went to the cinema hall and enjoyed the movie. N stands for nor. I never ate red meat, nor will I eat it. B stands for but. He is intelligent but lazy. O stands for or. Take ice cream or cake. Y stands for yet. He really worked hard, yet he failed. And S stands for so. She came late, so she was punished. So, is it not easy to remember all these 7 coordinating conjunctions? Just remember the mnemonic acronym FANBOYS and you have all the coordinating conjunctions in front of you. Let us now learn correlative conjunctions. A correlative conjunction uses a set of words to show a contrast or to compare the equal parts of a sentence. The words of correlative conjunctions have a special connection between them. The correlative conjunctions are not only but also. He is not only intelligent but also hardworking. Either or. Either you will eat your dinner or you will go to bed. Neither nor. He is neither employed nor looking for a job. Both and. Both Ram and Shyam are guilty. Not but. He is not angry but frustrated. Whether or. Whether to do or not to do is the question. Let us now see subordinating conjunctions. A subordinating conjunction joins a dependent clause and an independent clause. Most commonly used subordinating conjunctions are after, how, than, when, although, if, that, where, as, in order that, though, which, as much as, in as much as, unless, while, because, provided, until, who or whom, before, since, what, whoever, whomever. Example, after I complete my college, I will find a job. We eat that we may live. My brother is taller than me. When he called me, I wasn't home. So each of the above sentences has a subordinating conjunction. All the subordinating conjunctions are highlighted. Let us now understand compound sentences. What is a compound sentence? A compound sentence is a sentence that uses comma, semicolon, colon, dash, or conjunction to combine at least 2 independent clauses. The clauses in a compound sentence are independent, meaning they are complete sentences on their own, but they have ideas that are closely related. An independent clause is a clause that has a subject and verb and forms a complete thought. Let us see some example. This house is too expensive and that house is too small. Rima made the sugar cookies, Sita decorated them. I know one thing, I will be successful. I know you are here. I can smell your perfume. He is rich and handsome. In the above examples, you can see the use of comma, semicolon, colon, dash, and a conjunction. So many a times the compound sentences are written in the above examples shown. Let us now learn about complex sentences. A complex sentence is a sentence that contains an independent clause and one or more dependent clauses. An independent clause can stand alone as a sentence, but a dependent clause, even though it has a subject and a verb, cannot stand alone. The dependent clause begins with a subordinating conjunction or a relative pronoun. Let us see some examples. Because my tea was too cold, I heated it in the microwave. Although he was wealthy, he was still unhappy. She returned the mobile after she noticed it was damaged. The boy who stole your purse is caught by the police. The person whose house was burnt is no more. The report that Mumbai was hit by the storm is incorrect. The first three sentences are having subordinating conjunctions. The first one, because my tea was too cold. In the second one, although he was wealthy. In the third one, after she noticed it was damaged. In the last three one, that is the fourth, fifth, and sixth, the subordinating conjunctions begin with a relative pronoun. Who stole your purse? Whose house was burnt? That Mumbai was hit by the storm. The underlined words are group of words are independent, that is, it is an independent clause. Let us study a combination of compound complex sentences. A compound complex sentence has more than one independent clause and one or more dependent clauses. These sentences are just the combination of compound and complex sentences. Let us see some examples. Kate doesn't like cartoons because they are loud, so she doesn't watch them. In this sentence, because they are loud is a clause, it is a subordinate clause, so is a coordinating conjunction. The dog started barking, so the cat ran away, and I couldn't keep up, so I stopped. In this sentence, there are two coordinating conjunctions used, so and, whereas the subordinate clause here is so I stopped. Third one, even though she was tired, Rainy knew she had to finish the race and she ran to meet her team. Even though she was tired is the dependent clause. The other two sentences are joined by and, which is a coordinating conjunction. Next one, usually I take a walk every day while the sun sets, but it was raining today. While the sun sets is a dependent clause, but is the coordinating conjunction joining usually I take a walk every day, it was raining today. The last one, she likes to sleep in, but she can get up early if she has work. If she has work is a subordinating clause. The two sentences, she likes to sleep in, she can get up early, is joined by coordinating conjunction but. I hope this particular concept of compound complex sentence is clear now. Let us summarize whatever we have learned so far. What is a simple sentence? A simple sentence consists of only one clause. Example, Ram is intelligent. What is a compound sentence? A compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses. Example, he was annoyed, yet he kept quiet. Let us see what is a complex sentence. A complex sentence has at least one independent clause plus at least one dependent clause. Example, although Ram is intelligent and rich, he is lazy. Another example, Ram, who is not only intelligent and rich, is a miser. What differentiates compound sentence from the complex sentence? It doesn't have a dependent clause, unlike complex sentence which has one or more dependent clauses and one independent clause. A dependent clause has to depend upon other clauses to express a complete idea. Let us revise whatever we have learned in this particular topic by solving the following worksheet which is given here. The question is, state whether the following sentences are simple, compound or complex. If a sentence is complex, pick out its principal and subordinate clause. If a sentence is compound, pick out the coordinating clause. So here are 10 sentences. Pause the video, solve the exercise and check your answers in the next slide. Okay, so pause the video for some time and try to answer. Let us see the answers for the above worksheet. First one, I dreamt that I lived in a palace. It's a complex sentence. That I lived in a palace is a dependent clause. I dreamt is an independent clause. Second one, God made the country and man made the town. It's a compound sentence because the two sentences are joined together by the coordinating conjunction and. Third one, you will get all you want if you patiently wait and watch. Again, this is a complex sentence. The highlighted group of words is a independent clause. You will get all you want is a independent clause. Fourth one, he arrived before the performance began. Again, this is a complex sentence. The highlighted group of words is a dependent clause. He arrived is a independent clause. He worked as if he was in a hurry. Again, this is a complex sentence. The highlighted group of words are independent clause, whereas he worked is an independent clause. Many are called, but few are chosen. There are two independent clauses which are joined by the coordinating conjunction but. Seventh one, the farmers who live in this village are honest and contented. Again, this is a complex sentence. Who live in this village is a dependent clause. The farmers are honest and contented is an independent clause. Eighth and ninth one, both these sentences are simple sentences as there is only one subject and a verb or one predicate. The last one, everyone was busy, so I went to the movie alone. It's a compound sentence and here the coordinating conjunction so is used to join these two independent clauses. I hope you have understood this particular topic. If you have any doubt or need any clarification, please comment in the comment box. Thank you. Wait for the next video which will be uploaded soon.